are on.
We are on.
We are on. Like Donkey Kong.
That's what I was just gonna say.
We're fun.
Like Donkey Kong. Welcome, friends.
Welcome, friends. Another kind of epic adventure.
Ta-da!
Today we are in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
At Bell's.
At Bell's Brewery. A big change from the last brewery we were at in Orlando, Florida.
We went from down here to up there.
Right? So we are all the way up in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
We are in Michigan. I don't know how we ended up in Michigan.
Well, we're adventurers.
We are adventurers. And we were back home in Indiana.
Yep.
And we were like, where can we go?
Where can we go? Where can we get out of Indiana? We don't like it there. So we're like, all right, let's go up to Michigan.
Yeah. And our friend Parker lent us his car.
Yep.
And so, what a better reason than to come up to Michigan and hang out.
Yes. And Bell's is gorgeous. We're currently sitting in their courtyard. Hopefully I'll get some nice shots of everything else. We've been here a couple times before. We came in February and then again in April.
Yes. So the first time we came, it was very, very cold out, as it is in Michigan in the winter.
Yeah.
And we had seen people lining up with blankets, and we were like, what's the deal with the blankets? And we quickly found out that the deal with the blankets is that all the seating was outside.
Yeah, due to COVID.
It was like 16 degrees out that day.
Yeah, it was freezing.
Very cold.
And I mean, they had like overhead like heaters and stuff, but it didn't really help much.
No.
It was miserable. And then when we came again in like April, it was still pretty cold. It was in the 40s. And okay, it didn't stop. It just turned off that front screen.
A bit more tolerable.
We do have a new camera, so I apologize if I keep looking over at my phone. I have a little preview and can control the camera from it. Upgraded a little bit.
Yes, we upgraded.
So,
no more cell phones.
No more cell phones. Got our GoPro Hero 9.
Yes.
So we'll see how this goes.
We might need some more attachments.
So we'll need to get a microphone, potentially. We'll see how this turns out. Hopefully it sounds all better than what it has been. I don't think the microphone that we had been using was all that great. So that's okay.
It's a trial.
It's a trial process for sure. So welcome to Bell's. And we got a couple flights.
We have some beer.
We have some food coming as well.
We do. They have the best chicken sandwich.
It's an amazing chicken sandwich. If you're up here, get the what do they call it? Their
I think it's just a
fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
nothing fancy.
Awesome. So
I get mine without mustard.
I get mine dipped in their garlic maple sauce. So
I also discovered on the menu today they have poutine. So that's a nice, pleasant surprise.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get some poutine as well. We'll see.
But in the meantime, we have beer.
We have beer and bugs.
Beer and bugs. The bees.
And waiting for this to go off to get our food. All right, so we actually
went all dark.
That's a spider.
Hi, little friend.
Hi, little spider friend. Let's get you off of my beer, shall we? I don't want to drink you.
Aw. He wants to hang out.
I don't want to drink you. Come on, off the beer. off the beer there, bud. No, not onto that one. Come on.
Maybe the spider's just trying to get some free drinks.
Right. Oh, now it's just in a little hole there. Editing.
Hi, little friend.
All right. So,
I guess that's what we get for sitting under the tree.
Yeah, get some bugs.
Some bugs.
So you're seat 1, I'm seat 2.
Okay.
We actually have one that overlaps.
He's like, I want to see the seat.
We have one that overlaps. The Overland, it's a black IPA.
Okay.
So your first one is Bell's Two Hearted.
I'm assuming it starts here.
Yes, it starts at the 1 and works our way down.
I didn't even see the 1.
Yep, starts at the 1 and then goes down.
You went very dark for all yours.
I asked for a stout and porter mix.
Okay.
And yours is an IPA mix.
IPA's for the win.
So, Yeah, get stuff falling from the trees.
Yes.
That's
Adds
expected.
flavor.
All right.
Alrighty, I'm gonna try my first one.
Mine is a black lager. I'll put the actual names in the description.
Bell's Two Hearted. Now this is one that we can find at home. And it's a good one.
Yes. Two Hearted is one of the most easy to find beers. You should be able to find this pretty much anywhere that I've been to. They even had it in Orlando when we were there last week. Yeah, the Target had it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So Bell's has pretty great distribution. So Two Hearted is a really easy drinking IPA.
It is. It's very nice, very light, not very hoppy, not intimidating.
This is a black lager. I'll put the name of the black lager in the description. It just says black lager on our flight tag. So let's go ahead and try that. That's really nice. I really like that. Go ahead and try that. I think you would like this too. So it's just a nice malty lager. It's not heavy. That's super easy drinking.
That is
I like
super
that.
easy drinking.
I like that a lot.
Normally I don't like dark beers, but I could get behind that one.
Well, I always said this when I was working at the brewery.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't like dark beers. It's you haven't found a dark beer you like.
That's very true.
And I say that pretty much about any type of beer.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times with sours, you just have to find a sour that you like, and that can get you into that type of beer.
Yeah. With IPAs, I pretty much forced myself to drink them. I was like, this is what all of the cool kids are doing, and I want to be a cool kid. So I just forced myself to drink IPAs until they weren't terrible anymore.
Until they weren't terrible? You could do the same with stouts and porters.
I imagine you could do the same with sours.
Yeah.
Any beer, really.
Any beer.
I know when people would come to the brewery, you would recommend sours to start out with. And that seemed to always work.
It did. Because a lot of the times, like, when people would try, like, a sour, I would have them take a sip of it first. Like, they said they weren't familiar with sours.
Or rub it on their wrist.
Not everybody is your mother. But take a small sip of the sour first. And then you get over that initial shock of the sour. And then your second sip, I would always make them take a second. Even if they're like, oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, take a second sip. Let that sip sit on your palate for a second. And then the beer becomes drinkable.
Yeah. I can see that.
That doesn't really apply to these.
Or
but
these,
for
so much.
certain types of beers, definitely recommend trying that.
Yeah. I think IPAs are definitely a very much acquired taste.
Yes.
You got to work into them. You got to persevere and push through it.
And there's some IPAs that I really like, and then some I don't. They're not really my go-to. I do love Bell's Two Hearted.
Yeah.
I can drink Bell's Two Hearted all day.
Me too.
All day.
I might.
You might.
I don't have to drive home.
And then we did get our food out.
We did.
They're fantastic. I don't know if you want to show that thing off.
Chicky sandwich.
Big old chicky sandwich.
It has a french fry sticking out of it, apparently. It's so good. And I'm very excited because the last couple times I've had it with the mustard, and I don't really care for mustard, so I'm very excited that it doesn't have mustard this time, and that I'm just going to nom 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 it.
I was hoarding your ketchup.
Oh,
you do have ketchup.
Thank you.
All right, so our second one.
Ooh, this is the hazy. This is the official. I love hazy IPAs.
And again, mine just says porter.
I'm excited.
Mine just says.
I've actually had this one before.
Yeah, officially you can find pretty much everywhere.
Because I know when we came here the first time, they actually have a store attached to their cafe. And they had this in the store, and I remember picking one up to take home.
Man, I'm always impressed with their stuff. Even this porter. This porter is just a nice, easy drinking porter. I think you would like this one too.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Again, I'll put the official names down in the description.
This is really good. Well, now I can't really taste it as much after drinking that one.
Yeah,
But the first one had like a outdoorsy kind of feel to it. but not as much.
Well, eat a fry as a palate cleanser and then see if you get those notes again.
Not as much as the outdoorsiness from the brewery in Florida. That one that I had. Because that one straight up tasted like summer camp. And boy, do I know summer camp. I went every year as a kid. I went to Girl Scout camp.
Oh, wow. I went to Boy Scout camp every year.
And it was in Michigan. I can't remember what the city was called, but it was in Michigan, and it was for a week at a time. One summer, it was a very particular, special summer, and I got to go twice.
Oh.
I know.
Okay. And we'll take you guys on a little tour of the place too.
Yeah, they actually have the inside open now. So that's pretty cool because the last 2 times that we came, the inside was closed, so it was only outdoor seating, hence the blankets.
Yes.
But now it seems that they have the indoor brewery side open, so that's pretty neat, and I'll definitely want to check that out because I've only seen it in passing when going to the restroom, but
yeah, and their fries are good.
they are good. Everything about this place is good.
If you're in the area, definitely.
Or it's not too far of a drive.
Yeah, like we're out of Indianapolis. It's a 2.5-3 hour drive up here. Not bad. Well worth it.
Definitely. Now my next one is a black IPA. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm gonna skip over because I have that one too.
Okay, you're gonna do it with
I'm
me?
gonna do it with you. Mine are slightly in a different order. So this is called Overland. It's a black IPA.
Okay. I've only had a black IPA once before, and it was interesting. It was at Kuma's.
Okay.
We need to
take them to Kuma's.
We do. They're back open, finally.
Yes. That's good. With black IPAs, you do get those darker roasted notes,
Yeah.
but you also get that hop bitterness.
I definitely get the hop.
Yep.
I definitely get the hop. It's not terrible. I would definitely drink like a full pint of this. But probably just one. Probably just one.
And that's fair. I like it.
I think so far my favorite is the official.
The official.
Mine has like almost like a coffee taste to it,
That's because of this dark roasted malt.
but not like overly like, hey, it's coffee.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Gonna have a French fry.
Yeah, definitely. I've been munching on my French fries this entire time. I'm like, he's just over there eating. He doesn't care about the beer. He cares about his food. All I've had is 2 donuts this morning for breakfast.
Yeah. We had donuts, and then we got in the car and headed on up. While we were wishing we were on our way down.
Yes.
Let's be real.
As going north, we were like, oh man, too bad we're going the wrong way to Florida again.
I actually got a phone call from a Florida number on our way up here, and we were joking in the car. It was like, Florida's calling us. They want us to come back.
All right. So the last one I have is the Kalamazoo Stout.
Okay.
This is a year-long one.
Ooh, I have a double IPA.
Yeah.
Is this that, what's it called?
Which one?
Incessant?
Maybe.
Okay.
Again, I'll put in the description.
Because I think the Incessant one was a double IPA, and it's like almost 9% alcohol.
We should have sat under the tree.
Yeah, it's a pretty background though.
Right? I just keep getting stuff in my beer. And I'm allergic to pine, and these are pine trees.
I asked you about it.
Well, it's all right.
That should be the title of the video. Will David survive
Yes.
the beer flight?
David survived this beer flight? Only time will tell. If he breaks out in hives, we'll know.
Well, luckily, I have some ex-family that lives in Kalamazoo, so.
Oh, okay.
And one of them's still pretty cool with me, so
Okay.
we can hang out there if need be.
Okay. If I need to, some Benadryl.
Yeah. Shout out to Uncle Jim.
All right. So the Kalamazoo Stout.
And the double IPA.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
for
tasty.
being a double IPA, it's very smooth, not very hoppy. Or maybe I'm just like, I've drank so much IPAs
That it's just
that it's just normal to me.
killed
now.
your palate.
Yeah. Because didn't you say that?
Yeah.
That happens?
It does. So, like, a friend of ours, he would only drink IPAs. So he had to keep drinking IPAs because he would go back to, try to drink a light beer, and it's just no taste at all.
Yeah, that was super smooth. I was expecting it to be a lot hoppier.
That is really nice. It's super dank, but easy drinking.
Yeah. This is good too.
Michigan knows a thing or two about things that are dank.
Truth. Not that we know from experience.
We don't know anything from experience. Nothing at all.
Well, this was really enjoyable.
Right?
I mean, my Two Hearted's almost gone. I don't know how that happened.
Because you started drinking beforehand.
I did. I was like, I'm thirsty. So instead of like
I'm
asking
hungry.
for water, I'm like just downing beers over here. Which totally defeats the purpose. But, it works.
Yeah, so I think my favorites today, I really enjoyed that black lager that I started off with.
Uh-huh.
And then I would say the Kalamazoo Stout.
I would say my favorites are the official, the hazy IPA, and then this double IPA, which I think is called Incessant, but we'll double check on that.
We'll double check on that. And,
But those are definitely my two favorites.
and if it's not, I'll put Nope on the screen every time.
And then, Bell's Two Hearted, you can't go wrong with that. But it's definitely, it's third. And then I'd have to go with the last one here.
Yeah.
The
So
Overland.
my porter would be the third, and then Overland I would have as my last.
But it's all super drinkable. They don't have, now the first brewery we went to in Orlando, the Hourglass Brewing, they had a very wide array of selections.
Yes.
Like anything you were looking for, you could most likely find it. I don't feel here that they have kind of that wide array. They have
Definitely
options.
not as many.
Not as many. They do have options. Like I did see a sour, I saw a cider, I saw, a light drink.
Hourglass had an uncanny number of beers.
Yeah.
They probably had 30 different beers available, which is a lot for a brewery.
Now I'm kind of wondering because Bell's, when I think Bell's, I think Oberon.
Yeah.
And I didn't see Oberon on the menu. Maybe I missed it, but
Yeah, Oberon should be one of their available
Yeah.
all year.
Oberon is probably what most people know Bell's for. That and Two Hearted. But Oberon's definitely a good beer as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never had a bad beer from Bell's.
No, me either. So, depends. Every brewery is different. It depends on what you're looking for. Some breweries are out there with the crazy.
Yes.
And some breweries are way more reserved and this is what we know and this is what we do well and this is what we're going to do.
So one thing that we didn't know about Hourglass at the time, they actually have a specific sour brewery
Yes.
too.
Which I would like to check out.
Yeah, it was called Sour Glass.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the reason they have these more experimental stuff too.
Yeah.
Because they have the ability to do so.
Well, and even at the brewery we worked out, our brewer there, he definitely was allowed to be a little bit experimental, and he definitely got to play with some flavors and some different
We'd have
concoctions.
some one-off firkins that were real cool. And that we worked at a small batch.
Yeah.
So the brewery had their big production facility, but we were at the small batch facility, which allowed a lot more experimental stuff.
It was pretty cool.
A lot of fun.
He did a really good job.
Yeah. Shout out to Jake if he's watching. You're awesome. Miss
Hey,
you.
Jake.
Miss you, bud. All right. So, well, thank you guys for watching.
Yes, thank you.
And something new for this, we launched our Patreon.
We did.
So I want to give a big shout out to Parker Shake and Andrew Crowley, our first 2 patrons.
Hi, Parker. Hi, Andrew. We love you.
I love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. A link in the description for our Patreon if you do feel entitled. The lowest tier on there is just $3. It's a standard supporter.
Actually, I think I moved it to 5.
I already had a 5. Did you change it?
I don't know.
Okay. So I had a $3 tier and then a $5 tier.
Okay.
And then 25 and then 250.
250. With that, you get to decide where we go for our next adventure within reason.
Within reason.
Nothing that's going to get us in trouble.
Basically, it's paying for the travel expense.
Yeah. So if you were like, hey, I know this really cool place and I really would like to see them go there, then we would love to do that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, and you could just do a one-time.
Yeah. So for instance, we have a video out there, I think I mentioned it before in one of our other videos, possibly, that when he did the podcast, he had also set up a Patreon for that. And he had a donation from our friend Parker that would have us do 10 different hot sauces. And so I was subjected to the 10 different hot sauces. It was a lot of fun, but you kind of get to control what we do for the most part.
Yeah.
And watch us have our adventures.
Yeah, and that would be great. You would get to pick the location, where it's at, within reason.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what that cost would go to, is basically just travel.
Mm-hmm.
That tier and the $25 tier would get you a Kind of Epic Adventures t-shirt and sticker once we hit a certain number of subscribers. Once we hit that number, it'd be easier to produce those.
Yes.
Because all that would have to be bought in bulk.
Right.
So for our cost sake, it would have to hit a certain subscriber number for that.
And we would love to do that.
And we would love to do that.
I would love a shirt.
Well, we can make them for ourselves. And then everybody would see them and be like, oh, I like that shirt.
I need that shirt.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do that.
Maybe.
But a link to the Patreon will be in the description. Please, if you can, even as low as $3 a month, that'd be greatly appreciated. And then like and subscribe and share.
Yes.
Please. Of course, as you guys know, we are just starting out. So
we are brand new.
Brand new. Any help is
We're
awesome.
brand new and kind of awkward.
Brand new, kind of awkward. I like it. That's our catchphrase. That's our tagline.